Dear Twin Flame souls out there, welcome to the Twin Flame Awakening Journey podcast, and today is in episode 148. Today, we're gonna start with the words, I am so tired of this Twin Flame journey. I don't understand it, when it's gonna stop and when it's gonna end. And we're gonna dive into what is a true love. If you have ever felt that you're tired on this journey, you keep on seeking for answers, you keep on looking for something out there, you're looking for them to come back, then this podcast might be for you. But I also want to say this podcast most probably is one of the most ego-triggering podcasts. And not because I am right or wrong, because if you are not at this state yet, it might be very difficult to accept it. It might be very difficult to digest it. And I'm here really going to say today that save this podcast episode. Save this episode for the future. When all of a sudden these words that I'm saying today or connecting will make sense to you. Because on Twin Flame Journey, we have stages. It's not so black and white that you come to this journey and all of a sudden you understand everything and everything makes sense to you. But this week, what I'm going to talk about, it was really ignited through the energy. I often talk about it, and when you come to my website or even on YouTube or wherever you look at, one of my first things I say there is becoming your higher self and inner union. These are the two words I'm using. I'm not telling you I know how to get you to the union with your twin flame. That's why I really don't like sharing as much about 3D union couples or who are together. Because what is actually the gift of this journey is when you feel the inner union and when you understand what the love is. And the love is not outside of you, whether we like it or not. When we first meet our twin flame, we feel like we have arrived home. We feel the love we never felt before. But the truth I have to tell you here, it was never about them. It was for you to embody this and become who you are. And I know it's very difficult today to hear this while you are seeking that when they're coming back. But I want to say another thing on this journey. When you keep on looking that love outside of you, you will be forever, you will never have your inner power, because all of your life will be based on a decision what another person does or what the other person doesn't do. And that depends on everything. When you haven't arrived to that inner union and that love within you, rest of your life someone else is in charge of your emotions, your freedom, your love, your passion, your purpose. Because you would always think, oh, if I do this, then this person will love me more. If I am going to be like this, then I will receive that. If I'm going to be this and that, so you always will be looking for something. But you have everything inside of you. One of the reasons of this podcast when I started was when I felt that inner union and love within. When I realized, wow, it was never about that person. I'm forever thankful for this person, but it was never about it. And funny enough that this week, all of the things what I've done, and a lot of people who actually came to the union with their twins, like in a 3D, called me up and said, hey B, do you know what? It wasn't about them. It was about the love within me. And I want to grow that love within me. I want to feel that inside of me. Because it's beautiful they are in my life. But they are not the end goal. I am the end goal. And then I often say, that's why I do what I do. I'm not going to soul shock you immediately when you come to the call or when we do the activations or where we do the coaching that, oh, don't think of them. You have to get to inner union. No, there is a process. But I think it's the Lionsgate energy that has brought up so many energies of realizing the love is within me. And then I had my self-deactivation, and that's I pulled a card after there. And then it came again about openness, liberation, let yourself to be loved and be loved, expanded heart. And then one beautiful comment was sent, and I want to discuss this comment because I felt if I'm writing it, it doesn't maybe give the expression. And so I'm going to talk about this comment and I'm going to talk about it. But now I just really, really want that you take a deep breath. And you have no judgment. You just let this information to go through you. Even if your ego will start fighting, let it fight. But I would really say, save this episode. Because if you are looking for freedom, love, and that inside of you, then this is the episode for you. So when we talk about true love, we often imagine, and that's in our imagination, the perfect fairy tale, where everything feels effortless. But in reality, true love, just to say, is not about perfection. And perfection doesn't exist. It is about presence. And it's about also when two souls who are willing to see and accept each other fully, without any judgment, without needing, without any of these things. So it's about just yourself. So when we ask now the question, what is a true love? What is the true love? And I'm not talking about the relationship. So most of us, we imagine that is something that exists outside of us. It's about the other person, how it makes it feel. And I just said that the true love is when another person and you accept as it is. Not trying to change or shift, but you have that love within you. And we think that the true love exists outside of us, something we are searching for in another person or a soulmate or in a twin flame. But the true But the truth is that the true love begins within ourselves. Because no relationship can sustain and stay as a love if we haven't found this in our heart. And that's why you met your twin flame. Whether you like this to hear or not, you didn't meet your twin flame for the fact of having a romantic relationship. You met your twin flame to bring you back home to your heart and feel that. It doesn't mean that you cannot have a relationship with your twin flame. This is not, don't limit yourself when I say these things, because I know our mind immediately goes, what it means that I can't be with my twin flame? No. But when you keep on seeking this love outside and waiting for them to give you this love again, you are forever trapped in this loop. And this is why I often hear on this journey where it comes to the point that I am so tired of this person. I don't want this person. Why did I even meet that? I don't care about this twin flame. And we become angry and resentment because we keep on looking this love outside of us. And I just want to say the fact when I felt that inner union and I felt that love within me that came from me, nowhere else. Everything around me was alive and everything around me was love. I was one with the birds, I was one with the trees, I was one with everything. And I felt this is the true love. This is what I felt when I met my twin. And he came to show me what is true love. Believe me, I had very different understanding what love is. I also thought somehow that love is conditional. You love me, I love you, you say this, I say this, you look attractive, so on and so on. And also my love was very fear-based. So the idea of today's episode, or the story I'm telling you, is not about telling that you're doing something wrong, but to remind you that if you wish to be free, wish to feel the love, wish to do anything in this world, be free like a bird or a wind and just be you, then it begins within. Because the moment someone else controls your emotions, your feelings, they have a power over you. So, and I want to say that true love is not about possession or a perfection, but about recognizing and having the freedom and arriving home. And these are the three words I would say when you met your twin flame. What happened? You recognize them. You recognize something that is so familiar. I know that. Then you felt like free. Nothing existed anymore. No time, no space, nothing was there anymore. And then you arrived home where you can feel safe, connected, and know your truth. And nothing else matters anymore. So when we understand and when we go towards inner union, the shift can start to begin. And it's the same on the other side. When your twin flame, so-called divine masculine who is running, does not have that inner love within themselves, it's very difficult to be in a relationship. Because when you both are seeking from each other, you're going to get to the point of resentment. Love is only within. And love is not about the person you're going to be with and what they're going to do for you. And I'm going to repeat that one more time. Love is not about what they're going to do or how they're going to be. Love is within you. Because if you are looking from a person who doesn't have love within themselves to give you love, how is that possible? And then you are in that constant loop. And we see this in the world where we feel like, yeah, I'm so done with this twin flame thing. I'm so done with this. I'm not going to chase for them. And we go into that endless circle. And this is what keeps you on the loop. This is what keeps you forever chasing for something that is actually never there. It's like the same thing like some people have. Let's say they need to buy clothes to feel good. Like I'm going to buy the next thing. Or some people who have this, like it's the endless void. I need more money. I need more things. I need more fun. I need all, and then you get all of these things and you have this endless void. Nothing is good enough. But when you have that feeling of love within, everything around you is alive. And that's why all of the workshops, the retreats, as a matter of fact, on our retreats, we barely speak about twin flames. Why? Because my way is to get you, to show you that there is a love within you and you are one within everything. It's not about the other person. Whether we like it or we don't, and I know that our mind really fights here. I will be happy if I have that person. If this person would do this way, I would be so happy. No. And that's from my own experience. When I was thinking that, if others would see it this way and if others would also love it this way. No, I had to find that love within me and hold it within me. And so when we speak about twin flames, and I just want to repeat that. Twin flames, no matter how much you like it or you don't like it, they are not about romantic connection first. We see that all the time. It is about your spiritual awakening. If you are looking for the love in a sense of, there can be a soulmate, but twin flame never came to your life to be in the first place in a romantic relationship. And also, the more we label it, the more we go, oh, I have a twin flame, oh, I have this, this, and this, the more you're creating the separation within you. Drop the labels today. Drop it and see what starts to happen. So when we speak of twin flames, we are kind of speaking of the connection that it's not only like you feel love. It is going through our core. We feel it everywhere. And it acts like a mirror. That's why they recommend to do the mirror exercise. Because it is showing you your shadows, fears, all the unhealed parts that we have kept hidden. And to be honest, we are very good at hiding our shadows, including myself. Oh, I was perfect at this. I knew how to put the mask on. So this is why twin flame journey is feeling very different than any other forms of love. And that's why we often say when you meet your twin flame, you feel the love that you never felt before. And often we say, I felt like I arrived home. But it's not only about companionships or even romance. It is about awakening, whether we like it or not. And it's going to trigger within us the remembrance of who we truly are. Underneath all the conditions, illusions, everything. And when it's so intense, we can easily get confused that this is the true love. And there is a truth, there is a true love, but that true love is within you. Because when you meet your twin flame, it's the catalyst. It's something that shows you have to go deeper. And that's where the roller coaster and all of that. So now when we talk about true love in the highest sense, what is true love? It's not about the drama. It's not about needing or clinging or someone. It is about freedom, recognition, the choice to love without any conditions, and the presence, that no matter what is happening, you can be present. And it's important to see that twin flames are not immediately this true love. They remind us about true love, but they are not, this person is not the true love. And they are an opportunity for us to see what love is not, so we can alchemize what love is. And the more we shed off of all of these illusions, attachments, we start to see what the true love is. And the true love is within you. The inner union is within you. And so when you wish to have that freedom, the love, the connection, feeling alive, living your purpose, it starts from you. You think of your twin flame like a best life coach or a motivation to go deeper and see who you are. Because there is no better gift, and I am forever thankful for my twin of showing me who I am. It was a mirror I had to see because I was hiding from it. And why I talk about it today is because sometimes we get stuck in that loop about the other person. And then we have that other person, they come back and we feel empty again. And then we start looking for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And it's forever your life is about chasing for something to fill that void that is inside of you. But when you touch with your finger the true love, what is inside of you, you will never chase for anything else anymore. It's about you become present, you become here. Is it going to happen overnight? No. So when the path to inner union, and I talk about the inner union, a lot of things, Inner union is where your divine masculine and your divine energies merge. And where is surrendering, giving and receiving, structure and flow come to the balance. You need to have your both inner feminine and inner masculine in alignment. It's not outside of you. Universe is all inside of you. Stop looking from the outside. And without union, having this union inside, the relationships in life that we are going to have are going to mirror back the imbalance immediately. Everything mirrors you back what is inside of you are now in balance. But when we start realizing who we are and we start accepting it, so-called inner masculine energy will show up to you as a protection, presence, and stability. And our inner feminine is going to be intuitive, creative, openness, and all of that. So we no longer seek another one to complete us because we know how it is to be whole, how both of these sides, and that's why it's such a danger. And I've said that so many times. When we have this, my divine masculine is running, what do you just say? My divine masculine is running. Huh? So meaning inside of you, the energy is running. Where is it running? It's not about the other person. And I know it's going to trigger you today, and it would have triggered me too. But I feel sometimes we need to speak the truth in a little bit direct way, not in an illusion way. Because otherwise, rest of your life, you will live that someone else is in charge of your life or something else. And do you want that? Do you want that someone else's emotions, someone else's behavior, someone else's words, someone else's actions dictate your life? How you're going to feel, what you're going to do, who you're going to become? Think of this for a moment. Do you? And so when you are whole with your inner feminine and inner masculine, from this place on, any relationship, and especially twin flame, can really evolve into the field of true love. Absolutely. And not because it needs to survive, because we are free to share love without fear of losing it. We are free, and that is what is the end goal. You feel you have arrived home and you are free. And why I talk about it? Because we are often expecting when my so-called divine masculine is going to awaken, then the magic is going to happen. No. The magic starts to happen within you. And all of the practices are very important. The meditation, the activation, the workshops I do, anything, what you find alone, shamanic work, all of this is very important. Because the love is within you. And you're very, very lucky that you met your twin flame. And so at the deepest level, inner union is also what's going to awaken your higher self. So many of you are saying, I want to be in touch with my higher self. I want to be in the union. And this is the eternal aspect. This is the eternal way of being that is untouched by fear, attachment, or separation. It doesn't know that. And again, I'm going to use the word free. I just came across this week a lot about this. I'm done with this. This is all not real. And I could see how the person is suffering from there. Because someone else had the power to break them and had the power to put them into that position. And they don't know how to come out of there. And the higher self is the one who sees the twin flame not as a missing piece, but just as a mirror that tells, I am divine being. And when we align with our higher self, Love is no longer about needing to hold or control the outcome. But it's about flowing with what it is and trusting that every stage of the journey, union, separation, silence, or reunion, is there for a reason, and it awakens you. So think of this, that twin flames are like a fire that awaken. The fire got awakened. But the true love is that what relieves the truth. And the inner union brings us back to our higher self, where love is not fragile or conditional, but infinite, boundless, and free. So you can have your twin, but let them find what is true love too, and find yourself first. Because you will, once you had a glimpse of this true love, inner union, you realize how powerful it is. And that's where the power comes within. I never say that we cannot share the life with someone. That's never my idea. We are here to share life together. That's what is the beauty of a human experience. I get to touch you, I get to love you, I get to say to you things, I get to hug you, I get to kiss you, I get to do everything. And that's why we honor our human life. It's not here to punish you whatsoever. But not in a way that this other person has to do or be in your life. And that's another big thing. I see that in the spiritual communities as well. It's about, yes, you have to do this way, then it's coming back to you. You have to do this way and that's going to happen. And I'm like, we have our own ways. We have to go within. Whether we like it or we don't, we have to go within. And this is why I say why it's very dangerous when we see that somebody says, I am in a union with my twin flame. I know how to get there. True, you can be, but it's not about the relationship. The moment you put this in a conditioned way, the moment you lose it. And you don't want, but I know that today it's very difficult to hear, because right now you will be thinking, all I want is that person in my life. All I want is. And I want to talk about it. It's a beautiful comment. And I just want to say that I don't take it personal. Like it's not that someone has, for me, every of your question, and I would have asked the same things and I would have seen it exactly the same way. Absolutely. I know the pain, I know the longing, I know when we feel alone. And I'm not here to say that you cannot be with your twin flame. This is not an idea. But I want that you hear what I say within a little bit with your heart. That the true love is within you. And when you stop seeking this outside of you, the magic can start to happen finally. And then you can love your twin flame, you can love your soulmate, you can love your neighbor, you can love your trees in your garden, the roses in your gardens, the butterflies. You can love everything because you are love and no more fear. You will love your job. You will love the people you are in service. You radiate this kindness to everyone. But based on that comment, I just want to bring it in from the last podcast, because I can totally understand it. I would have been the same. So the comment was something like this. I really don't want to be rude or anything, but I find some things very, very strange. As I understand, you had a baby recently. Congratulations. By the way, that is so sweet and wonderful. But with your husband, but your twin flame is another person outside of your marriage. That situation says the least is very off to me. To me, the most intimate thing is having a child to someone. But if that is not your twin flame, how can you love and be loyal to two different persons at the same time? To me, it's very disturbing and definitely not a true love. I'm sorry if I misunderstood something. No need to be sorry. I find that this is a very nice comment, and I really would like to address this because prior for me to come to this journey, I would have thought the exact same way. For me was when I was in that obsessive state and I couldn't sleep, I couldn't understand, was all about being with my twin. I would have left everything. And some of you have heard the earlier podcast episode, I was about to. Until I had that chance, I went over a retreat and I felt that inner union there. I felt I'm not crazy, and I felt that love, that I felt that same thing when I met my twin first. I went how I was one with everything, and then I realized it's not about my husband. It's not about my twin. It's not about anything that I have in my life. It's about me. The love is within me. And that was an eye-opening, and that changed everything in my life. I want to say one more thing when I'm going to read the next thing. My journey and the things that have come out from this are not exactly how your journey is going to be. We don't live exactly the same lives. So for you, it can be that today you need to, today is a time to be with your twin in a very loving, that both of you are whole, both of you are love. Not that you are seeking for someone or waiting and same way your twin. So my response to that was, hello, my beautiful soul, and you're not rude at all. And thank you so much for your comment and your point of view. And I really mean that. It's not for me. I love when we have an open discussions. I love when we share something. Because when we are able to see it for a moment from a different perspective, the new world opens up. If you would have asked me this at the beginning of my journey, that it's gonna turn out this way, that I'm gonna feel that this inner union, I'm gonna live in a life where I feel the love all the time, I never thought of it. And another thing is, I have no idea what lies ahead of me. Today, I can be here, let's say, with my husband, with my children, with my dog, with the place where I am. And maybe tomorrow, just in tomorrow, or even 5 minutes from here, the life is completely different. I need to go somewhere else, or the journey with my husband is over and there is somebody else, or I'm going to be alone, or I don't know what is coming. And I don't think of that at all. For me, it's coming to this moment right now, right here, and feel what I have, because universe has given me so much. It has given me the love, the connection. And that's what I want to feel. I want to be present, because I cannot come back to this. And so love is not conditional. And this is what Twin Flame Journey has taught me very hardly. Love is not who I am or what I do, or looking for a validation, or seeking for the next achievement, or making more of this and being there. Love is me. And when I feel love, and when I feel that I am love, it's never about another person. I make sure I am love. And love is me, and love is everything. I remember there was someone who said, the true way of living is when you treat your neighbor the way you would treat yourself. Meaning you treat a stranger the way you would treat yourself. Means love. How many of us are fighting with our neighbors, or the people who look different, or the people who are this and that? That's not love. And for me, like I said, love is me and love is everything. Not a person, not a partner, not my children, not the things. And that at the same time, love is exactly all of that. Isn't that paradox? It's nothing and at the same time everything. My twin appeared in my life to awaken me and to teach me that lesson. And I'm very, very glad that today we have a very beautiful relationship together. Very wonderful. I don't have to think when I can send a message or when I'm going to receive the message, or I don't have to think am I right or wrong, or feel ashamed of who I am or of my truth. I can be me, and he can be himself. It's a beautiful relationship we have, but without attachment and without outcome. It's about being present. And in the same way, I'm present with my soulmate, with my friends, with every action I do. And that's a gift, and that brings actually tears to my eyes. It is a gift. Gift to be present and not to chase for the next thing, for the next happiness. I'm here. And the love is with me here. It's not outside of me. And I wish that every one of you could hear that. Even Bobby agrees. Those of you who can hear Bobby. And I'm glad that today I have these beautiful moments. It's not about what I want from another person or what I have to be or have to become. Love is not conditional, and that's very important on Twin Flame Journey. If you are seeking for the union, love is not conditional. Drop that today. And this is the number one lesson of Twin Flame Union. Number one, if you are looking for your union, it's about not the conditions. Because the true love is not outside of us, it's inside. And what I felt the person was describing is a conditional love. Meaning, I love you when you are in my life. I love you when we are in our relationships, or when you pay attention to me, or when you say something to me. And I love you when you do this to me, or you are like this. But that's not a true love. That's a love, but it's not a true love. It's a conditioned love. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a condition. So not to mix up true love and conditional love. But I totally understand where it comes from, and I would have felt exactly the same way when I was seeking the love outside of me. And I needed my twin in my life to feel it. But now I'm forever thankful that he opened and cracked my heart open. Very hard. The meeting of my twin cracked my heart open into the place where I was on the floor and I couldn't get up. And I thought, here I'm gonna die. And somehow some parts of me died. But the inner union is priceless, and I could never, ever be more thankful for that. And this is why I wake up and I go to bed with a gratitude of saying, thank you. Thank you for showing me what true love is. And maybe in a sense of, this is my version of true love. It might not be your true love version at all. But when you feel it, then maybe I come to your mind and say, I remember when she said that. And then the response was, thank you very much for your answer. By the way, all these channels, I really liked yours, and you have a beautiful, soothing voice, and think you are honest in your actions. And thank you. Thank you so much. And this is another thing of this podcast. I don't do that because of getting validation or feeling that I'm important. I do that from the feeling that wherever you are at this moment, and maybe one of this word, or maybe two words, changed and shifted something in your life, that you can smile today, you can be in peace, and you can be free. And you hear how the birds are singing, and you hear how your heart is beating, and you feel the breath within, and you feel alive. And no one else has a power over that. And that's the magic. And so the person explained, what happened to me was with one person, I was sure it was my twin flame, and I didn't know about it when we met. Drop the labels. It will give you freedom. The more we are labeling twin flame, soulmate, karmic, this and that, the more we are separating. And this is, but to me, love is proved by actions. Love without actions is nothing. Love is not just emotions, it is acting. And being totally committed to that one person, I don't really know what to think about this phenomenon, if this is really, but if it's from God, or maybe demonic, or could be psychologically explained, I don't know. Love can never be explained. True love can be only felt and never be explained. Even I can do 100 hours of episode, and I could never explain what the true love is. But here is another thing, what I just heard, that it's about being with one person. But don't you love your mother? Don't you love your father? Don't you love a beautiful music? Or have you ever been in a situation where you loved someone so deeply and all of a sudden you grew apart? The love was over. But wasn't that the love? How many? Love is way more than another person in your life who you hold on to. No, none of us like to be in cage. I love love as a freedom now. It doesn't mean that I'm going to have a lot of partners in my life. But it means I'm love within me. And everyone who shares that moment with me is love. And who is going to be there is love with me. It does not mean romantically in a sense of like I'm going to sleep with everybody, or I'm going to, I don't know, express only that you are mine, you're mine, you're mine, you're mine. And when we are living like this, it's gonna keep you in the loop, whether you like it or not. The person says, I don't know, I just wish I have never met that person, and I wish it didn't happen to me because it destroyed me. So much of that otherworldly things happened aren't worth destruction that came after. And I never loved anyone like that. Like the love of two smart children. Just to that person lives without a trace. I didn't want to be with anyone else, let alone have children with. Here I'm going to say, I'm repeating, if we are looking, and do I say that it's a fair thing that someone is going to hurt you, say to you things that, no. But think of it that when we talk about that, there is a saying actually that the true way we are awakening is through heartbreak. When something is taken away from us, when something is breaking us apart, and we get to see the darkness. And through that darkness, we choose to be love and not to get stuck there. If we point on other people, we give away our power. And don't do that. No matter how painful it is, sit with you and say, I'm thankful for this love. I'm thankful that I felt something so deep that it destroyed me. It destroyed me too. Believe me. But it awakened at the same time something so deep within me that I could never be mad at this. The more we are lingering on the past, that this person did this person is like this, the more you're bringing it to the present. And you can never be free. So I understand where it comes from, but I also understand, come within. Come and discover what is within you and see what starts to happen. The other person came to destroy you or show you something in order for you to see your true love, not the conditioned love. I will also put again in the description that how Sadhguru speaks about love is not a marketplace. Love is not a transaction. Maybe my words aren't as powerful, or maybe we need to hear a little bit more. But I just really, really wanted to share that. And the same goes to your twin. If you accept them in your life when they are not love, it will not last for a long time. And unfortunately, we live in this world. And just to come back, there was this thing of saying, love is proved by action. But what about love is about being? Not by doing, but by being. Being there, present with you. Not showing you, not telling you, but you're feeling it. Being, just being. Love is quiet. Love is not loud. That's why I would say that the divine who designed twin flames knew why we cannot talk about twin flames for everybody. Because it's very powerful. And it's quiet in a certain ways and loud inside of you. Trust the love. And like I said, today's episode is definitely a very triggering. And I have a little meaning. Another day when I had the activation, beautiful activation. Wow, so much energy was moving through me. It was with Naomi and Flo, I think. And all these beautiful people. I'm very thankful and grateful to experience this. And that's why I say, when you get to have the activations and you get to experience from there the true love, nothing else matters in that moment. And if you get to be in service, in love, in your purpose, why you came here, you'll never, ever look outside of you. And it's not about selfishness. It's about flowing and being free. And that's the jackpot. That's what you want. And then if your twin is a partner over there, beautiful. If there's going to be another person, beautiful. If your dream's going to come true, beautiful. Everything is a magic. So Lady Nada, Expanded Heart, tells us, Lady Nada is an embodiment of divine love. She's one of the leaders of the Karmic Board and a member of the Council of Light, and is dedicated bringing the Christ consciousness to Earth. In the Aura Soma healing system, Lady Nada's bottle is the divine counterpart of the Christ. Her mission is to help you human race embody divine love. Lady Nada is an aspect of Mary Magdalene. And it was funny, it was that same day on Friday when Greeks, the Orthodox, are celebrating the Mary, Mother Mary's, how do I say that? I'm always a little bit Ascension Day of Virgin Mary. In that sense, yeah, it was the Ascension of the Virgin Mary. Some believe she is Mary's higher self, who helped her tap into the teacher within. Lady Nada has had many incarnations and was one of the high priestesses of Atlantis. Those drawn to her or her mission are likely also to have had incarnations in Atlantis or similar ancient civilizations. And the message, what came from there? When Lady Nada comes to you, your heart is ready to expand. It is opening wide for you to experience and embody divine love. This is a powerful opportunity to heal from past traumas regarding relationships and emotional letdowns. The journey of self-respect that you have been on is leading you genuine experience of self-love and self-acceptance. This turn will lead you to a feeling of liberation. Within you is a great love, a love what is eternal and therefore will never die. Know that this is a mighty love, and it's now time to share it without any fear. Have courage. Know that this is an opportunity to let love reach all of the parts of yourself and all the parts of your journey. Where have you stopped yourself experiencing love? Know that every facet of you is lovable, and for the world to see that, you just need to be willing to believe that this is true. And the universe will take care of the rest. So I found the whole week of this was a lot about this, and today's episode is devoted for a pathway to true love. And it might be, you might have picked up some message from here, but I felt the universe was really speaking me through this. Everything, all the calls I had this week were people saying, I want to have my inner union. I want to get to there. Then the card, I will post that card on YouTube and Instagram, of course, to read and let it settle in. And then it was the comments, the messages, the things that I received, and I saw it and I realized that is what it's going to be. That is what is the true love. So maybe I create that reality. But here we go. And it was funny when I came out of the activation and my children were watching a cartoon, some kind of a K-pop, the Korean pop cartoon. And the first thing when I came out of the activation, I heard, let the universe decide. So I let the universe to decide. Anyways, it was lovely to spend time with you and lovely to have you here. And I hope you took something today from here. Something that opened your heart. So for every one of you, just to repeat, you can sign up for the body retreat. We have a beautiful community already signed up. In September, you will receive the information of the cost of the place, how it's gonna look, what is the program. So you can put yourself on a waiting list. As last time with Cyprus retreat, we had that, but we never even announced it for the public. It went out only for the waiting list. Then for those who would like to, share the story, connect to this, start to get rid of that pain, bring some clarity to the journey, then twinflameawakeningjourney.com, all of the calls. From this September on, I believe we're going to have new programs, new things that I believe will help you. I have a lot of things for the next episode already lined up. People shared with me their stories. Also, some of you shared how they feel very empty after they have done a lot of spiritual work and now feeling very empty. This is coming up on the next episode where I talk about it, why is it like that, and what is about to come. And yeah, twinflameawakeningjourney.com, 31st of August, we will meet in live and have a very beautiful integration, slow energy activation, where we go very slowly and gently, where we find the peace. Anyways, all of this is available on Patreon, and thank you for being here. And I hope you took something with you today. And I love your comments, I love your perspective, and just to say, your truth is as important as my truth or someone else's truth. just one thing I want to say. Believe in everything, and at the same time, believe in nothing. Let yourself to be free. Have lots of love and light.
The sky is dripping gold and wrapping around me. Life can be so wonderful, warm and gentle light. Nothing's gonna bring me down. I'm feeling so divine. Life can be so wonderful, warm and gentle light. Nothing's gonna bring me down. I'm feeling so divine.
Feeling divine, I'm feeling the vibes. I feel like it's more than just a feeling, what we could define. Let's break through the ceiling, see what limits that we could defy. Cause I could do anything I want, it's for me to decide. Bring you up to speed, take the wheel, let you drive. It's alright on a dark road, let the fire in us be the light. Day and night, yeah, we only seem to free our mind at night. That's just life, that's just how we pay the price.
I woke up today feeling like royalty. The sky is dripping gold and wrapping around me. Life can be so wonderful, warm and gentle light. Nothing's gonna bring me down. I'm feeling so divine.
Hey, yeah, y'all will never bring me down. Y'all will never bring me down. I feel like a king right now. I feel like a king right now. I zone out when it get too loud, but I'm still locked in, getting lost and found. Y'all will never bring me down. I feel like a king right now.